Let me introduce myself. I'm Luke. I'm a visitor from 1347.
The Exeter Underground Passages are a network of tunnels that were built to bring drinking water into the walled city of Exeter during medieval times. The water came through lead pipes into the heart of the city. The pipes sometimes leaked, and repairs to the buried pipes could only be carried out by digging them up, as we do today. To avoid this disruption, the solution was a vaulted tunnel network lined with stone, big enough for workers to climb underground to carry out repairs. It is down some of these vaulted passageways that visitors are guided. The Exeter Underground Tunnels are the only underground passages of this type in the UK that are open to the public. The underground passageways stretch for 425 metres across the city centre. Amazingly, 80% of this medieval tunnel network survives. Guided tours have taken place here since the 1930s. Today the passageways are lit throughout, but still fascinate all that enter. There are stories of wars, sieges, plague, and pestilence. Exeter was a great ecclesiastical centre, and the earliest passage was built between 1346 and 1349 to serve the city's cathedral. The first section, known as the Cathedral Passage, was built around the same time as the west front of the cathedral was being finished. The stonemasons who had been working on the cathedral were set the task of constructing the underground passages. The supply of clean water was never enough for the whole population of the city, and this resulted in the construction of a second tunnel between 1492 and 1497, known as the City Passage. As the woolen trade developed, there were a number of wealthy merchants who became the city's forefathers, and they decided they wanted their own water supply as well. Only the wealthiest residents could afford to have their water piped directly to their homes. In the 1640s, a section of the City Passage was blocked off during the English Civil War to prevent the tunnel being used as an entry point into the city. The lead pipes were removed for casting into bullets, and the passage filled with rubble. After the war, the passages were repaired and the water supply restored. Further changes were made following an outbreak of cholera in 1832, when a more healthier water supply was developed. Just after the cholera outbreak, the Board of Health decided that something had to be done about the water supply, and the connection was made between dirty water and cholera. The water system was redesigned to replace the lead pipes with cast iron pipes. The passages continued to supply water to the city until 1857, when one of the wells was damaged by the building of a new railway cutting. By 1901, the passages had been virtually forgotten. Interestingly, 500 years after the passages were first built, they were put to a completely different use during World War II, as part of the tunnel network served as shelter from the German bombing raids. Since 1932, guided tours have taken place here. Originally there was no lighting, and the tours were no more than a scramble through conduits that stretched below the streets. The visitor experience has improved since then, and a new interpretation centre opened in 2007. It tells the story of the passages, the city's innovative use of water, and explores medieval life in the city. The tours include a 10-minute film, 20 minutes underground, and a visit to the Heritage Centre. The Heritage Centre has interactive exhibits, museum displays, and a large interpretation display.